Thank you very much, gentlemen. Here on Mirage will be our battleground for the first map. A divided prediction. I think we're pretty divided on where we think this one's going to go. We were talking earlier how Tensky is a great individual player. The question is, does he slot in well with the ex-DP side? We're about to find out as the pistol round is ready to get started. We've got the defuse kit on Jurek for Squared. Meanwhile, the utility buyer for Tensky and Tujux is going to be what we have for ex-DarkPassage. Double flash and smoke, 2 smokes overall. It could be an ace execution here coming on through smoke off CT into smoke off ramp and the connector jungle area.
Well, already we did see 3 CTs towards this A-bomb site, but that's going to be Holmes making his way towards B. Looks like DarkPassage now getting towards his site. Luntax being the first one out, hasn't spotted anything yet. Finally, members have been spotted out as one of the CTs sitting behind Ticket is going to try and fall back, but look at that, Chev is going to pick up the first kill, and immediately 50 seconds left. The bomb still hasn't come out of the palace area, so really trying to set up a little bit of a fake. Molotov's coming out towards B, and finally ex-DarkPassage is going to come in. Tensky, he's on the ball trying to get a couple of Glock kills, but already that's going to be them down to 3 players. So ex-DarkPassage not being able to pick up the pieces. They do have the bomb in hand. That's something to fight for. Smokes are down, but all the CTs are coming in now as Chev's going to pick up another one. There's only going to be Warwick left, and Chev is going to get another one. It's just going to be him with the Glock in hand, and that's going to be Squared Esports picking up the first pistol round pretty easily.
Nicely done from Chev. All in all, a 4K in that round. Almost got himself the ace against Woxic. It was just Jordan that barely stole it away towards the end of the round. Pistol round in the favour of the CT side. Ex-DarkPassage also not getting themselves down. A bomb plant in that last round is going to mean they're going to force buy with the upgraded pistols. 2 Deagles, 3 Tech 9s, Kevlar and helmets are plenty for this T side. They will take liberties in towards middle, 3 out towards underpass. So this actually could end up being a quick A play from mid. Chev and Jordan are going to have to watch out for that one. They've also got 1 player in the sniper nest trying to take middle control away from the T side. But so far, XDP have a decent hold on where this is going. Middle area looks to be a connector push in towards the A, so get that bomb down, get yourself maybe some close range fights. Tensky's going to go in towards the sniper nest area, will challenge onto Jurek, but Jurek's taking some serious damage onto him. We'll finally take him down, $600 in the bank with the UMP. Now Chev's going to chime on through, takes himself 1 kill. Headshots are plenty on the board for the M4 player here for the CT side. Jurek's going to come around anyway, sprays down, takes down the bomb, but Woxic there with the trade now. He's the only man with a Deagle's going to land some headshots. A 3rd kill for Woxic. Oh my god, still got lots more work to do, but if he comes up with an ace in this round, it would be absolutely insane. He's getting tagged down, and finally Jordan will shut him out. But some good Deagle play will just keep XDP alive here to do some damage on the board against Squared. 2-0 to the favour of the CT side.
Absolutely amazing Deagle display coming out from Warwick there, but unfortunately that Tech 9 armor push and a couple of Deagles was not able to try and shut down Squared Esports, but they are going to take up their 2nd round. That means XDP is just going to opt for that 1 P250 and armor on Warwick, and the rest of the players, they're going to try and stick to Glocks, see if they can at least get 1 kill. They're hoping to try and get that bomb down, but as it is, Squared Esports, they're showing up right now, do have the weapons in hand, but look at this, Holmes, he's going to take out the first one. He's going to Molotov out the apartments, and Dave, he wants a little bit of the action. He's going to spray him with the FAMAS, but immediately XDP's push is just annihilated.
Yeah, lots of damage being done to the board of the T side. Good grenade damage, going to leave several players on low amounts of HP. Woxic was down, he's been taken out of the action already. Tugux is down to 9 HP as well, so not much of a resistance being held by this T side. Standard and naturally or so, you know, is an eco round. Only going with upgraded pistols. P250 is all that's left in play, but no Kevlar, no utility. Not much coming in for the XDP side. They're going to be relying on that rifle round more in the next round. I think more than anything else. At best in this one, they were looking for a bomb plant, but that's going to be denied as one does go down, and that's going to be the bomb being dropped so far. They have the information on where it is. Holmes comes in, takes down 1 more, and now it's all Tensky in a 1 versus 5 with a Glock in his hand. It's very unlikely. Maybe some damage, maybe take a rifle out of their hands, but even then, there's going to be something. That's going to be like investment that Squared are not going to be worrying about whatsoever, as it will be the kill coming in on Tensky, 3-0. Squared will now have to face up against the full buy of XDP. It's going to be full AKs out on the board. It's going to be a limited amount of utility, however. We'll see. Probably enough for an execution, but only 1 Molotov, no frag grenades will be a slight hindrance to this T side.
Well, you saw there from the Serbian side, The UMP's really making work in these early rounds, and that's just going to help their economy ever so slightly. XTP, they're going to try and bounce back here and try and put up a fight. We do see the AK buy coming in, like you said, not full utility, but the execute is coming towards his A-bomb site. Flashes, they're coming in hard, and look at that. That's going to be Sasuke getting up the first kill, but Jordan's going to trade that right back with a double, and finally he's going to opt for the third, but Warwick is going to take him down, so it's going to be a 3-on-3. They do have side controls, the CTs are trapped out, and Tensky is going to find Durham. Just sitting towards jungle, so immediately we've got this man advantage, and that's going to be Tensky picking up another one, so it's all going to be Dav left, making his way up. Ticket does have the Famous in hand, but he has no teammates alive. Does spot out Tensky, and he's going to pick up a triple, and that was actually a pretty good execute coming out from ex-DP, considering the buy they had.
Yeah, it was very, very good. It almost fell apart with Jordan holding out towards the ninja spot. He picked himself 2 kills. Woxic was there for the trades, so it worked out extremely well for ex-DP at the end of the day. Managed to stay alive with, I think, 3 players towards the end of that round, so they start to build up their economy as well, which is exactly what this T-side want. Now they're going to put Squared in a position where they could end up being reset so easily here in this round. $100, $150 post the buy for this CT side. Low amounts of utility as well, just about 4 flashbangs, 2 smokes, and a Molotov or an incendiary grenade to work with, all in all, for this CT side. Meanwhile, ex-DP, different story entirely. Full sets of utility, 5 AKs out on the board. The key thing is the AWP on Jurek, which could end up coming into effect a little bit later on during this matchup. He has opted to try and go for the sniper control, but he's not going to go finding anything. Sasuke, meanwhile, out towards the palace area, is going to take down Jordan to start things off to a 5-on-4. Chev going to take a more aggressive approach to this hold. And Luntax might be able to shut him down with a very nice headshot. Indeed, he will. Does get flashed out, but Woxic also going to be able to get Jurek. Now it's all on Holmes to hold the A site. We'll take down the first, but there are a lot of hungry T-side players moving into his position. Dab will go challenging in from Market, but there's Woxic taking him down, and Tensky takes down Holmes on the site itself. 3-2 in favor of Squared, but ex-DP will put them on an eco.
What a round there. I mean, just taking them aim duels, really, they decided to leave the bomb just outside T-spawn. Weren't really worried about it. They did have the time in hand, and really, as soon as we see them getting onto that buy round, immediately coming straight back in, and it's going to be Squared just on a complete USP round, not buying anything into this, trying to at least deal some damage towards this Turkish side. But Tensky, considering he's the fill-in, he's really making work. He's definitely the rising star for this team. He does have the ability to show off, and now this is the time for him. But considering Squared do not have much to bring to the table, ex-DP, they've decided to spread out, take it slow, not get too close to these engagements with the pistols, as they do look like they are going to make their way into connector towards this A-bomb site. Bomb is going to follow them from behind. We do have Sasuke singing Palace, does spot out 1. That's going to be Luntax picking up 1, picking up 2. And finally, this A-bomb site pretty much all clear. It's going to be Hom sitting behind Ticket. He's going to get taken down. Chev, he's going to pick up 1 kill to himself. And that's all that Squared need. Actually, he's going to pick up 2, so that deals an effect to ex-DP's economy. And considering they just had pistols, it's not really fantastic for ex-DP to lose 2 players.
Well, I don't think ex-DP are going to be sweating that too much. It is losing 2 players, but you can take a look at the economy side of things. Tensky and Luntax are going to have to buy up, of course, but there's still 3 players that are sitting on $7,000, $8,000, $6,000. So they're all right for the moment. You know, they're not sweating those 2 kills too much. And yes, Squared got themselves out a little bit of damage. That is potential for a reset they can build into over the course of the next few rounds, especially with this M4 buy coming into play. I think that for the short term, ex-DP are pretty alright with that particular result. Just getting around it is what they want to find. And Sasuke is also looking to find some one-taps, finds the headshot onto Dab immediately, and that opens up the B site because Squared have got most of their side holding middle and holding the A site. So now ex-DP, they're going to be able to get the bomb down, set up an afterplant, and look at this. Squared are just getting picked apart with the 1v1s. They're feeding it to them on the ex-DP side. Shed's going to get Woxic back, but he's tagged up. Holmes is down to 23 HP. Jordan's the only man who can hold a fight and potentially win it with an M4 and Kevlar, but even then there's no head armor for him, so a headshot with a Glock could seriously do some damage. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 3, and Squared realize exactly the way they stand here. They can't really afford to let this one go to a full wipe on their team. They're going to hold on to the M4s, save some economy, try see if they can force a force buy in the next round. But either way, it is going to be a 4th round, and ex-DP taking the lead away from these CT Squared Esports.
Well, immediately, this Turkish side bouncing straight back as Jordan, he's going to pick up one with the M4 in hand. Tensky going to try and get aggressive to spot him out, and he does indeed. He's going to finally get the kill, so that's definitely not what Squared Esports needed. Their economy's not fantastic. They may be able to get a couple of UMPs. Actually, they're going to decide to go with a FAMAS, a UMP, and 3 M4s in hand. Utility almost fantastic, except for Chev. He's a little bit behind. But XDP, I mean, considering that they lost the pistol round and they were 3 rounds down, they're really giving us a pretty good display on these first 4 rounds that they've picked up.
Yeah, it's been pretty decent from them, and it's going to put Squared in a bit of an awkward position, especially with that reset coming on through in the last round. Now it's just going to be quick execution on towards the A side. They're probably going to expect a lot less of a hold from this CT side, and indeed that is going to be the case. A double kill for Sasuke. A 5-on-2, a 4-on-2 actually, as Holmes can be able to take down Tensky at least, but just like that, so quickly into this round, the CT side just fallen to bits. Jordan, Chev, and Jorik all falling as the first 3 frags in this matchup, in this round up here. And once again, the CT side, what's left of it, is forced into a position where they have to save and look for exits against the XDP side. So they've been absolutely, like, their aggression has been absolutely dominant so far here on this T side. They're going to force Square into a 4-round loss bonus, so they should be able to get themselves out of buyback in this round. If Woxer can take down the last 2 CT side players, then that'll be absolutely tragic to their economy, because it's going to hurt them a lot. Now it will be Holmes taking down Woxic. 2 players down. XDP going to be able to reinvest pretty nicely into this next round regardless. But it will be a 5th round on the board for this T-side. And Squared, well, I mean, their pistol hold, their pistol round and conversions were pretty good, but all their rifle rounds, all their other rounds since then has just been very, very weak. Extremely weak for their side. So XDP realize what they're doing wrong, and as a result, they're going to start exploiting it. They're going to start really ranking up the rounds. They've got themselves 4 AKs, a Tech 9 on Tensky. Okay, he will get himself out an AK eventually. And Squared have got themselves a UMP on their side and 4 M4s. The AWP not in play this time. And then we'll try see if they can pick a round back against the XDP side.
It seems that XDP are pretty much executing onto every round, and Squared, they're just getting forced out of all their positions. There is going to be a little bit of a crossfire coming out towards this mid area. A couple of the T's have been spotted out. Holmes, with that HE grenade, is going to try and come down hard. Going to take Warwick down to 73 HP. But once again, it seems like Squared Esports are continuously giving up this mid control, as that's going to be Sasuke picking up Chev. And immediately, XDP getting the man advantage, but Jurek is going to take it back with a double, but that's going to be Sasuke picking up 1. So they've taken this onto a 3-on-3 setup.
Even Stevens, but the bomb will go down, so Squared going to be forced into a retake scenario, and as Dav peeks out, Sasuke takes him down with the crossfire from Woxic. Holmes still coming in towards that position, does take down 1, and a second nicely done with the M4. Now it's all Tugux to try and defend this in a 1 versus 2 situation for the double kill for his side. He's going to get flashed out and smoked away. He has just got to find 5 HP on Holmes, so 1 shot. There's the Molotov right there, and there he is. He does take down 1, but Holmes with 5 HP shows up for his team in this round and gets himself the defuse and the triple kill. Beautiful play from him. Finds himself and his team a 4th against ex-DarkPassage S1.
What a great retake coming out from Squared Esports. Really, those opening kills aren't going their way as such, but coming back late into the round, really showing off their style. So finally they are going to be able to pick up a round, but XDP showing up right now, and it just shows that Squared, although they got those 3 rounds after the pistol, only managed to finally pick up their first gun round. But XDP taking it slow like they normally do, just trying to default across the map. Looks like they are going to go towards this B bomb site. Only 2 of the CTs there to hold off. But it never seems like XDP ever sort of rush into a site. They really like to take it slow, try and bait out utility usage from the opposition. And they're really great at using that utility and saving it for the afterplant situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think there's something that Squared are really doing wrong, especially, is trying to is leaving up that mid control to ex-DarkPassage, because I think we were mentioning earlier, you know, like they really can struggle against this T side when this T side are able to get that middle control. They've used it before, they've used it to great effect, and now ex-DarkPassage will try for something a little bit different here. Probably an execution on towards the B site. It looks like to be 4 players with the bomb heading quickly in towards the site. Their Molotovs will hold them off for a second, so good use of the utility from the squared side. But clock's running down. XDP are going to be able to get themselves in eventually. And that will be a lot of angry team members trying to enter onto this B side. Sasuke is going to take down 1, but 2 kills coming for Dab, who picks himself up a couple of very nice kills onto Tensky and Sasuke. Woxic and Tugux come on through, taking 2 back to a 2-on-2 situation. The Chev trades, he goes down, and now it's all Jordan in a 1 versus 2. Famas in his hand, out towards short, will start making his way for the retake, but it's going to be a difficult retake up against 2 AKs. No helmet on his side. It doesn't matter because they are 1 taps for the AKs. Woxic takes that kill, and Squared a reset at 4-6.
Squared, they're in such a great position. They had it onto a 2-on-2. The bomb hadn't been planted. There were less than 20 seconds left. And they're taking these one-on-one engagements and not working as a team. It seemed like the player of Squared coming in from market decided just to see if he could deny that bomb plant while his teammate was sitting out mid trying to make his way through short. So unfortunately, these players aren't coming out from Squared at the moment, and that's going to force them straight back onto a complete save other than Chev with the HE and the P250, but that's going to be Tensky. He's going to pick up the first kill, and immediately Jordan, he's going to make his way into Palace, spots out 1, but he's going to get taken down to 32 HP. T's completely spread out across the map at the moment. Bomb just sitting at the back of B halls, but the rest of the teammates trying to get mid control, and once again, DarkPassage are going to be able to get that in their hands, as they can really decide to go anywhere they want at this moment. The thing is, with mid control, you can either go towards connector or short, and really, it's the middle of the map as such. You can really go wherever you want.
And that's the problem with Squared giving up that mid control. Once ex-DarkPassage have themselves that mid control, they can very easily just stop themselves into any site. They can set up a whole myriad of strategies from that area. So for Mirage, mid control is so crucial, and Squared just not doing a good enough job of holding it down now. It's going to leave them on such a bad spot. Of course, that last round was an eco, so it wasn't going to be too much of a resistance that could have been held by the CT side. XDP will have themselves a chance into a bit of a rifle quasi coming in from Squared side. 2 for Masters and M4 and 2 UMPs, of which one of the M4s will peek out, get traded by Jordan on Sasuke to a 4-on-4 situation for the Squared side. They believe the bomb is heading up towards the B side, which I think is understandable. I think that one did spot it out on the entrance in towards the ramp area. So aggression from Squared, I think it cost them a lot more than they probably expected to achieve back. There's still an AWP in play for XDP on Woxic, who has proven himself to be an extremely good AWP player when he can find his groove. And they've lost an M4 in exchange, which is their most powerful weapon in this round here. Is going to really hurt the Squared side, especially as they do prep for a T-side execution on towards this A site. It does look to be Woxic with the AWP will chime on through. Spokes, of which there are 2 in play, can be used. Molotovs to try and keep the T side at bay, and then the AWP will peek on through, looking for whatever he can for the Squared side. 45 seconds, Jordan holding out towards Dark. 1 player's already in firebox, Tensky going to take down 1, and Jordan will spray away, looking for his second. There's Jurek coming on through, and now Luntax are going to be able to take himself 2 kills as well. Back to a 1 versus 2, but the health is quite low for XDP, so actually Dav might be able to find this cross if he can find it. Only 20 HP on Woxic. You just have to find 1 single shot from either player, because the AWP is, of course, on the final T-side player. Woxic will get the bomb down and now start peeking for Dav. He's out towards connector, on towards the stairs. Will he be able to find this kill? He's got a defuse kit, so he's got time. It's just a matter of who takes the first peek and who takes the first kill.
Well, Warwick is going to win it there. Such a difficult situation from him. I did have 20 HP on him, but the AWP, it's going to be 1 shot, 1 kill for him. And they're going to make their way to 8 rounds. So, Squared Esports, they're struggling at the moment. They've only managed to win 1 round out of the past 9. And XDP, they're showing up right now. And Squared Esports, they're continuously buying and going straight for the save. But look at this from XDP. They're coming out for a rush. This is pretty much the first time we've seen them go towards a rush, towards the site, and it looks like the CTs are going to get overwhelmed as Tensky is going to pick up the first kill, but Warwick sitting in abs with the AWP in hand. Trades coming out across the board. Dav, he's going to pick up 1 with the pistol in hand, but the trades are coming in, and look at that. Cleanup duties happened. And immediately, Squared Esports, although that was only a pistol buy, it's just not good enough for them.
Yeah, there's not much they really could have done in that round, I don't think. But like you say, you know, they need to start finding something. They've got 2 rounds left in this half to find whatever they can. They're going to have themselves a 4-round loss bonus in the next round, so they will be able to force buy. But this one is going to be a full M4 buy up from this CT side. ex-DP setting themselves back up in towards the B-Apps area. All 5 players stacked in towards that area. Tensky's going to take himself liberties in towards underpass. But yeah, that was the first time we saw a rush like that, and for ex-DarkPassage it would have worked anyway. It was up against pistols. The AKs would have absolutely overwhelmed the CT side, so now they're going to try for it again. Quick play, not a rush, but still going to be a play nonetheless in towards the B site. Suzuki going to take down 1. Woxic with the AWP takes down Jurek to a 3 on 5, a 2 on 5. And Suzuki comes back with a double. Shev still holding back with the M4, however, should be able to take this kill, and he will do so. Low man's a HP on Suzuki, not going to play it into his hands. Now 4 on 2 situation. Shev's probably got all the exits he can, as he is going to fall out with his teammate Jordan, and they will hold onto the M4s for the next round, so they can get themselves a bit of a better buy and hopefully bring a 10-5 scoreline, because right now that looks like their best chance here for the squared side, as ex-DarkPassage have run away with this half by a mile at this point. Not much they've been able to get done, so they will take themselves to double digits by the end of this round.
Well, it seems that Squared, they're a little bit shaky on Mirage. I mean, it was XDP's pick, and obviously Squared, they don't like to play Mirage, and we can just see by the way they're playing it. It's not as if they're playing badly, it's just XDP. It's their map, it's their decisions, and they're sort of handing it to them and saying, this is how we play, and we're going to take this map onto you, as they're going to make their way to 10 rounds. But if Squared want anything, they want at least to try and take this round, so they at least have something to bring into the next half. This is going to be the last round of the half, and then we are going to see the teams swap the sides. But once again, mid control given straight to ex-DarkPassage. Looks like 2 of the members are going to short, but look at this from Holmes. He's going to pick up a double, and finally Squared Esports, they bounce back early.
3 members are left alive for the ex-DP side after a great spray down from Holmes. Finds himself Tensky and 2 ducks down. T-side going to try to see if they can strike back, takes down Chev, now to a 3-on-4 situation. Still a 2-for-1, so an advantage to the favour of the squared side, and they've got themselves some decent angles because one player has pushed all the way up in towards the B apps. Mid control still not gathered by squared, however, they are leaving one pretty crucial area of the map open. Dav will still try to see if he can get into his underpass and try to see if he can spy any of the 2 players. But XDP, it looks like they're going to head in towards the A site and try for a split. There is Woxic with the AWP in towards connector, spots out Jurek, takes him down. Now we're back to evens once again in squared. They had such a good advantage, and now they seem to have let it go away with 2 picks coming back from the XDP side from 2 different players. 40 seconds, clock is ticking. They still have a little bit of time to be working with, of course. But squared, if they could shut down this bomb carrier, if they could shut down Luntax, then this could be a round that quickly goes to the favour of squared. Now Woxic rotating, AWP in play, 20 seconds. Dav's got mid control. They know it's going to be the A site, so they will set themselves up to try and deal with this push here. 15 seconds, XDP. First man will fall. Holmes going to take down Suzuki. Woxic and Luntax now moving their way in towards Sandwich, down towards connector. There's Holmes peeking on through, spots out a lot of good players, but 1 HP. The AWP takes him out of the action. Second quick scope from Woxic, looking for his 3rd. Dav on the reload will still spray him down, and we'll still find a 5th eventually for this CT side.
Unfortunately there, Warwick getting caught with the time not in his favour, trying to shoot a couple of his AWP bullets, but unfortunately he doesn't win it, and that's going to be Squared Esports making their way to 5, so they're not out of this game. They definitely have a chance to bring it back, but at the same time it's going to be a steep hill.
Not as steep as we usually see here during stomp matches on a CT side of Mirage. Either way, though, it's still going to have to be a very difficult T side half for squared, as they will enter into a double smoke, double flash, double grenade setup for their T side. No defuse kit on next DP. Not sure if that's a good call or bad, but we'll find out in a second as the pistol round is ready to get underway. It looks like they're going to rely on their hold. So Luntat's going to do some good work taking down Chev. Suzuki takes a headshot onto Holmes, and now it's a 3 versus 5. Bomb's going to go down, and Suzuki can't find the bomb carrier. He's going to take down Dav regardless for the double kill, and the rest of the CTs will be left to try and mop this one up as squared. Well, they had a man disadvantage from the bomb plant, and as a result, well, they're just going to get cleaned up by the overwhelming advantage for the ex-DarkPassage side. 4 players stay alive. Squared will get themselves a bomb plant, but a pistol round does go to the favour of the CTs.
It's just such a tough position for Squared Esports. They did get the bomb down, so they can try and either decide to save on this round and buy AKs onto the next, or decide to buy up into this. And they are just going to grab a couple of pistols, so they are going to try and get that third round AK buy. But ex-DarkPassage, they're up their way to 11 rounds, and really it's so tough for Squared to be able to come back. As look at that, 2Lux is going to get the first kill, and a bit of missed presence coming out, but ex-Passage cleaned up at the moment as Squared, they're only down to 2 members. Look at this coming out from Sasuke. He's going to get another kill, so it's just going to be Zurich left. Does have the deagle in hand, but that's all he's got. He has been spotted out at top mid. Bullets coming in. And even though that round just had pistols, they weren't managing to deal any damage.
12-5. Favour of the ex-DarkPassage side. Easy enough round for them. It was going to be Eco, because Squared want to get themselves out of fight in this next round here with the AKs, the Galil in their hands. 2 smokes, 5 flashbangs, a B-site execution could be on the cards here. We'll see where they go, as it will be Tensky actually pushing out, trying to get some aggression. He will drop that bomb as well, and that's so bad for the XDP side. Jordan, I think a bit more of a misplay on his side to take the bomb all the way down there, trying to get himself the aggression with that particular piece of kit on his back. It's going to cost them 5-on-4 already for XDP. Drury going to see if he can try chime on to Tensky or someone in middle at least. We'll spot him out, try and take the kill right there. Sprays away, takes the first, but there's Woxing for the trade to keep them out advantage back to the CT side now. T-side players making their way in towards the A side. Davin Harms going quickly in there. It's going to be the Molotov. That does keep him at bay, but no kill will come back and keep the XDP side in with a double, a 2-man advantage. But they think they know it's going to be the A side. They're putting a pretty decent gamble on this, and for Squared, you know, the jig is up. They're giving away so much information. And a minute to go now. A push from here needs to come in so good, and they can't be taking challenges like that. Holmes does get Woxic, but 11 HP for him. He can't really take any more damage, any more challenges here. Dab spots Sasuke, managed to save his teammate. Second kill comes in onto Luntax, who does trade out for share, but 2 versus 1 situation for Tugux. Not even that bad for him. 1 versus 2 sprays coming in from Dab. Manages to get himself out of dodge just in time. Holmes is on the high ground with the AK and Palace, and Tugux. Well, a bit of a bad spot for him. Still could potentially win this with just a little bit of damage here and there. On towards the T teammate, takes the first and the second. Nice flick onto the heads. Didn't matter that there were headshots, but it is still going to be headshots nonetheless. And it will be a 13th round on the board for the CTX DarkPassage.
What a clutch coming out there. Tugux, really, that M4 in hand did manage to pick it up. Just perfect aim and crossfire set up onto both of the players. And just when you thought Squared Esports were back into this, XDP, they're coming straight back as hard as they can as they make their way to the 13th round. And we see Tech9 armor buy coming out from Squared Esports, but this is all they've got. Only 3 more rounds for this Turkish side to be able to take the game. As the smokes execute, coming out towards his A-bomb site. Flashes coming in over the top, but they're coming in fast. Molotov is there to try and stop them off. Now the CTs, they're coming in to rotate. Sasuke is going to pick up 2. So already, Squared is just getting shut down. And look at that. That Tech9 armor utility push not working at all. But they do have the economy to be able to have a complete full buy into this next round. But it's just not looking likely for them to be able to at least try and string back a couple of rounds.
14-5 favour of ex-DarkPassage. That last round, Squared were just looking to use the Tech9s to try and get a bomb down, get themselves extra economy for this round. Still going to be a pretty decent buy-up anyway, slightly limited on the utility, but still enough for execution potential and to try and clear out different angles for the different CT areas. 5 AKs also to be on the board. Meanwhile, ex-DarkPassage got themselves an AWP in the form of Woxic, who will try and take mid-control, and Sniper Nest going to rotate back towards the A-side. But meanwhile, Tensky is going to take that first face out towards short, taking the first kill onto Jurek. 5-on-4 immediately for XDP. He's going to go aggressive and looking for his second. This is just going to be absolutely tragic for Squared if Dav doesn't look out to his right. Does spot him out, takes a 1-tap at least, so doesn't let Tensky get away with that ridiculous aggression from that CT side. 4-on-4 now. They will try gain mid control with the bombers on Dav as well, so they've got to be careful about this because Roxic has got the AWP watching that cross. It should just be an easy pick. No, actually misses a shot, and Chev will come in, taking down Luntax. Now they open up an opportunity for this T side. ex-DP not out of the woods just yet. They've still got a man disadvantage, and Squared are still down 5-14 here.
Well, we see Warwick. He's a little bit caught of where he wants to go, but it looks like the B side is the side in mind. He's just going to post up in market. AWP looking straight to Palace. He does have his teammate. It's going to be 2 Lux. He's actually sitting in the window here in apps. So what a crucial position if he's able to connect the kills. And it looks like Squared, they're coming straight into his crosshair. 82nd now. Molotov, he's actually going to fall back. Oh, the timings. Look at this. He's going to pick up the first kill onto Chev. So he's going to call out to his teammates exactly what's going on. But look at the time. There's only 7 seconds left. And they think it's towards this A bomb site. And they've completely over-rotated. And they finally realize it's towards B. So it's going to be Dav and Jordan to try and clutch it out in this post-plant situation. CT's coming in, 2 from market. 1 coming in from short. And look at that Dav, he's going to pick up 1. P250 coming in from Warwick. He's got the AWP in hand. Suzuki, he's going to pick up 1, but it's going to be Dav. All up to him to try and clutch it for his team and keep the hopes alive. But look at that. ex-DP, they're going to take their way to 15 rounds. And Squared Esports, it's a really long road ahead.
They need 10 rounds in succession to take themselves to overtime. And with ex-DP shutting down that entire take, I think that's probably their last chance in this matchup. They're going to get themselves an AK buy, so once again there is execution on the cards for the Squared side, but just literally 4 flashbangs and myriad, sorry, 4 smokes and myriad of flashbangs and a Molotov that's just been used by Dav. ex-DP on map point so far. And Squared will try go for the mid control that they've been failed to get so far and failed to use to their advantage. But meanwhile, the Molotov will tag down Jurek to 3 HP already as they almost get the trade on the CT side. Squared still on rocky ground, however. ex-DP will hold themselves a decent angle, and an A play, if it comes out here, could be a disastrous play for the Squared side. I could see this easily being locked out by the 3 CTs on the A site. One will rotate back towards B site, so they will hold down decent angles for both sides. A minute to go for Squared to try and make themselves into this round here. They need to find themselves a round, otherwise they're done for this match. And we'll go to second one in the series. 3-on-4, advantage to this D side, but Woxic spots out 1, takes the kill eventually. There's Dav coming back onto Suzuki. Now 3 versus 2 will ensue as the bomb's ready to go down on the site itself. Jurek's going to go a little bit too aggressive considering he's got 3 HP. He still takes the kill onto Woxic anyway, so now it's 2 Glucks in a last man alive for a 1 versus 3 situation for the ex-DarkPassage side. Squared not going to give him any kills here. He's just going to fall out and try to see if he can take some exits or a save here for a 15-6 scoreline. Squared just about hold themselves together by the skin of their teeth.
Well, they do have something to bring back into this matchup as they're going to make their way to their 6th round. But looking at the economy from ex-DP, it's so good at the moment. So even losing this round really isn't going to make that much of a struggle in the money situation. But just seeing how they're playing, I would not be surprised if Squared are even going to get to 7 or 8 rounds on the board. I think ex-DP, they're going to shut it down as soon as possible.
They need to shut it down as soon as possible because Squared have their lifeline, their buyback in this game here. What's the buyback in this round as well? AWP out for ex-DarkPassage for Woxic, his particular weapon of choice. 4 M4s. Other than that, 5 AKs out for Squared. No AWP from their side. They haven't been good at putting it in the defensive. I doubt they'll be able to put it in to good use on the offensive. So they'll just hold back and try to use the AKs to their favour. There's 1 CT on the side itself. Woxic and Suzuki are going to chime in with 2 kills. There's a trade back from Holmes as Dav gets 1 in the exchange. A 3 versus 3 now as the T side enter on towards the A side. Woxic gets spotted, but no tag damage comes in. No pick for the Squared side so far. Bomb's going to go down. It's going to force ex-DarkPassage into a retake situation. There's a lot of work to be done here. Now finally 2 Glucks going to take down Jurek to the 2-on-3 situation. Woxic and Co now moving on quickly towards the gap in a smoke. Spots at the first. Quick scope takes down Holmes. and now it's all on Chev for the square. It's not going to happen. Ex-DarkPassage will get themselves the retake. They will find themselves up 16-6 in map 1. So Squared are going to have to rely on their map pick to try to take this one to a 3-map series. 16-6 favor of the CT side of XDP. They win Mirage. We're going to go to a break. And